Good morning, everybody, and greetings from Trumanville, slightly disorganized capital of Skydustria. Now, our researchers have been hard at work trying to sort out what these little blue pebble thingies are. It turns out there's something called diamonds, and as it turns out, they are ideally suited for making saws, which then can be used to cut up these silicon boules into these silicon wafers, which I can then put in here with some redstone, and that will get me something called, give it a minute to do its magic, the red doped wafer. I'm going to need more than a few of those. In the meantime, I've been trying to macerate what I can. Also, I completely got rid of the sky bridges, and where this area sky bridge used to be, I've replaced it with this little stairway here. This stairway will come into play later on this stage. But for now, it's just a stairway that leads nowhere. Alright, so let me go to the foundry. I have some stone. That's great. So go ahead and put my silver dust up in there. And yeah, let things sort out and return. Alright. So I've got my red doped wafers finished and out of there. So now I'm going to go and put some nickelite in with the silicon wafers. And that will craft da-da-da-da, tappity-tappity-tappity. And it takes a few seconds. These blue doped wafers. I will need those. Alright. In the meantime, let me check on the situation in the foundry. Alright, looks like I have 28 silver ingots. The gold is still macerating, which is fine. Alright. So now I make my way back to the workshop. And I think once that's done, I'm going to put the silver ingots in with the nickelite, which is going to be exactly what I want. And that's going to give me blue doped wafers. Again, it's 4 nickelite to 1 silver ingot to get 1 blue doped wafer. Or not blue doped wafer, blue alloy ingot, sorry. And I'll show that to you once I have blue alloy ingots. Alright, that's the blue doped wafers done. Now I'm going to put the nickelite and the silver ingots in. And after a few seconds, it will yield. I think I might have mentioned this earlier, so you probably already know, but blue alloy ingots. So we'll let those finish smelting, and then return. Alright, that was the blue doped wafers. And now to finish it off with, and again, it's always a few seconds to start smelting this stuff. Just the way Minecraft works. The red alloy ingots. I'll let these smelt up. Make sure I've got the materials for what I want to do. And then I will come back. Alright. Well, it looks like the next round of smelting in the alloy furnace is going to involve tin and copper. The ratio is 3 copper to 1 tin. And this is the tin that I'm getting from the macerated iron. So I'm looking to burn up this other kind of tin. I'm not sure how I got it. I think it's red power tin ingots that I got from directly smelting this tin ore. Alright, I'm going to let that go, and it is making brass ingots. The recipe you recall, 3 copper plus 1 tin in an alloy furnace gives you 4 brass ingots. Alright, still got a bit more work to do with that alloy furnace. I'll return once the brass is done. Alright, got my brass off. Now I've got tin and iron. And if I put the charcoal in to start the smelting process, we will see momentarily that this is going to smelt into tin plates. I will need those. Now, I do need a few other things before I can really start on this in earnest. So, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and make sure I can get those sorted out. Alright, I should have everything now. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by making a pair of red power sorting machines. And for that, I need to start off by crafting 2 pistons. And then I get this shape of cobblestone, a gold ingot on each side of the piston, and a red doped wafer below it to get the filter. And then from the filter, I put iron, where the last recipe had the cobble, red doped wafers on the side of the filter, blue alloy ingots on the bottom, and I get sorting machines. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is craft myself, other way around, 8 paint cans. Alright. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's make sure I'm clear on this. Alright. Step 1. So the first color is going to be very simple. It's going to be white. I just need bone meal. Yes, I did turn on easy mode and hunt a skeleton to get that bone meal. That gets me white paint. The next color is orange. I need red and yellow. Gets me orange. And voila, orange paint. Magenta. This is a slightly weird one. Blue, 2 red, and a bone meal. Gives me 4 magenta dye. So go ahead and mix out the paint can and the 2 flax seeds to get magenta paint. Light blue is pretty straightforward. Blue, bone meal, light blue. And the same as before, gives me the light blue paint. Next up is yellow. That's pretty easy. We already have it. That's a basic dye color available. Lime wool is simply cactus green plus bone meal. Alright. And again, to get the paint can. Alright. Yeah. So far, not so bad. Lime green. Next up is pink, which should be red and white. And in fact, it is. So let's go ahead and get that color of paint. And then the last one I have is gray. That's bone meal plus ink sac. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and craft that into sticks. I'm not going to finish this off quite yet, because I need to sort out my inventory first. Let me go ahead and do that, and then I will return. Alright, more crafting! Yeah! Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put copper on the top and bottom centers, tin in the center, and I'm going to put columns of nickelite on the side. That gives me these BT batteries. I'm going to put BT batteries like so, wooden planks on top, one of these blue alloy ingots on the bottom, and the 3 iron like so gives me a battery box. Now, how am I going to... That's a battery box from Red Power, not Industrial Craft, and it requires its own power source. What's that power source going to be? Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the blue alloy ingots in the middle, and surround them with these blue doped wafers. This is probably the single most expensive use of the blue doped wafers, and it gives me these solar panels. Solar panels will generate bluetricity, which will feed the bat box. I do need bluetricity to feed the sorting machines, but I need to get it to the sorting machines, and for that, I need this blue alloy wire. The other thing I'm going to do is craft 8 paintbrushes. I guess they do stack until they get paint on them. That's fine. Then I'm going to go ahead and put brass around glass there to get pneumatic tubes. I'm just going to go ahead and make a full stack of those. Alright. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I think, is go ahead and, start sorting things out. Now, let me think. If that's going to be a big wall, then it would make sense to have a sorting machine Or do I want it one further up? Let me think. You know what? I do want it one further up. Yeah. Alright? Yeah. Okay. Now, I've gone ahead and placed those pneumatic tubes like so. Now, let me think here. Honestly, I just realized I need something else, but fortunately it's not too big a deal at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 8 marble out of here. Yeah, that'll work. 8 marble. And I put my diamond handsaw in here, I believe. Yes. Alright, so go ahead and put the handsaw over the marble. Cuts it in half to give me marble slabs, which I can then cut in half again to get marble panels. And finally, into marble covers. Go ahead and put the diamond handsaw back up in there for now. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this cover like so. And this is basically going to separate pieces of the system. Yeah, like so. Now, you're probably wondering why I crafted all those paint cans. Well, let's begin with the paint. I'm going to go ahead and use the white paint to make a white paintbrush. Alright, go ahead and leave the white paint there, put that back up. And I'm going to need 4 more colors for the time being. So, let's go ahead and get myself a light blue, a magenta, an orange, and a yellow. Alright, let's go ahead and put the rest of the paintbrushes aside. Orange, magenta, and I think, yeah, so I think the canonical order is white, orange, magenta, light blue, yellow. And I want to be careful what I do with these, alright? Also, I need to grab some more pneumatic tubes. Alright, so that pneumatic tube I'm going to color in white. White is always going to be the default route that's going to lead to the next part of the sorting system. Alright, first output is going to be orange always. Output number 2 will always be magenta. And then light blue and yellow. You'll notice that that's not actually connected to anything at the moment. I'll sort that out later this episode. In the meantime, I don't have a white path here as of yet, but I can do the orange, magenta, light blue goes there, yellow goes there. Yeah. Alright, this should work brilliantly. So let me go ahead and get the paintbrushes up. Yeah. I'll have to go ahead and put my axe up here. Might as well, anyway. Alright. Now, let me think carefully about this. Whoa, I did not want to catch the ladder there. Alright. That's actually not to my advantage, believe it or not, that ladder is there. But it has to go somewhere. Well, let me see here. Let me think. There's potential room up there, yeah. I'll have to use that for the time being as my second story access. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that like so. And that gets me up to the second floor for the time being. Alright. And actually, I think that would be a great place right there, probably for the bat box, yeah. Alright. So let's head back up here. I'm going to go ahead and place the 2 solar panels here and here. Alright, I'm going to remove that for the moment. I don't know what effect that's going to have on it, but I'm going to have to figure out, is that necessarily going to be the best place to put it? Should I maybe put it one... You know what? Yeah, I'm changing my mind on this. I'm moving this 1 block further inside. So it's going to go here. Yeah. And then that's going to go like so. Yeah, that's going to be easier to cover up as well, now that I think about it. Alright. I am going to have to sleep through the night because this bat box, which relies on solar power, isn't going to get any power when the sun's not out. So I will see you in the morning. Alright. You may have noticed that I've gone ahead and crafted another timer down there. I'm also going to go ahead and use that column of red alloy ingots to craft myself some red alloy wire. I will need it. There's one other thing I am going to need now that I think about it, and I don't know if I have it offhand. I might. I'll have to check. Honestly, I kind of doubt it. Alright, well, let's have a look. Does not look like it, no. Alright, well, what I can do is grab another... put my lighter here, remember. Should have grabbed another red alloy ingot, shouldn't I? Yeah. Alright. I've got it now. So I'm going to go ahead, head back to the workshop. That's a temporary stairway. I should probably remove that. I'll do that off camera. Alright, and if I take a red alloy ingot and surround it by covers, I'm using stone covers here, that's going to give me this stone jacketed wire. And I'll explain why I'm crafting jacketed wire shortly. Alright? By the way, you may notice 2 different types of pneumatic tubes. The second type is the redstone tube, which is simply redstone and the pneumatic tube. Very simple. Alright? So now, I need to start off by putting the filter there. That is a filter, yes. Get it pointed up. I'm going to go ahead and run the redstone pneumatic tubing this way. This would work, sure. But let me check something real quickly. If I put, yeah, so I can put the red alloy wire directly on the sorting machine, as long as I shift click. So what I'm actually going to do, I think, is put one of those there like so. Yeah, I'm going to remove those 2. 0. Alright, I need a cover up here to ensure that I don't try, so that system doesn't try to put stuff in the in the bat box. It's getting a little bit of power. I think it's diminished because of the thunderstorms outside. But it is still getting some power. Alright, let's go ahead and cover up this floor. And now what I'm going to do, I'm trying to think, what's going to be the best way of doing this? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put that timer there, like so. Alright. Yeah, let's see here. Alright. No, I won't put that like... You know what? I don't think I'm going to bother with an on-off switch. I'm just going to go ahead and put that like so. Yep. and it would appear to be powering. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me fix that. Okay. And now it looks like yes. Alright, that's going to power everything. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively put the marble cover there. Alright. Yeah. Alright, and I would appear to have something resembling a working sorting system, except that I need to have places to put the stuff. So let me take care of that off camera, and then I will return. Alright, I'm back. I did say I would do something about the storage situation in the storehouse to make it more compatible with the sorting system I've got. So what I'm doing is I'm crafting 8 chests, and then I'm surrounding them with iron, rings of iron, and that gets me these iron chests. Alright? Now, here lies the biggest issue, because I'm going to have to temporarily move things around while I set up my iron chests. This chest is full. Alright? What I am going to do is grab one of each type of sapling, as well as one of that kind of leaf. For the moment, I also need to destroy that block so I can get up here and get access to this. Alright, so that would be orange. So, let's say orange is going to be our saplings and leaves. Alright. Of course, I put my axe in here, yes. Okay. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and destroy the chest there, lay down an iron chest in its place. I'm actually going to go ahead and put these saplings in here, and if I set this up correctly, did I not set that up correctly? Well, something's wrong, because it got pulled out of this chest here. Uh-oh. It stopped pulling. I didn't by any chance get that backwards, did I? Well, that's promising. Yes! Okay, I did have that backwards. Okay. So I think before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and set up that chest to point that direction. Alright. So let's go ahead and make sure I've moved all of my saplings and whatnot out of there. And I'm going to put some of the extraneous stuff like fourth boot discs, which I've been finding in chests underground back when I could go underground. And then this chest as well goes in here. And I think I'll go ahead and put that up. That, mag tubes, brass ingots, and the rest of the paintbrushes. Yeah, I can work with that. Alright. So it looks like I only have 2 different types of wood here, and just the one type of wooden plank for the moment. So what I'm going to do I'm going to set up wood, wood, wooden planks, and those will go to magenta. And I'll go ahead and set that up as magenta as well because I'm going to need that extra column, I think. Alright. Go ahead and destroy that. Go ahead and put in an iron chest there. And put the logs, the wooden planks, the saplings up in there. That's not a good sign. Well, alright, that allows me to pick that up that fell behind there. Alright. Yeah. Hey, now I know that that's working. Alright. Now, how exactly do I tell it that... Alright, yeah, so it looks like that tells it that the default route is white. If I'm not mistaken about that mode, that tells it that the default route is white. Alright? And so in order to ensure that this is... Well, in order to ensure that I could test this, I'm going to go ahead and set this to the same mode and set its default route to orange. And then I'm going to put the sign in there. Should get pulled out. It's going to get sent up. Yep, to there, and I should see it go down there, colored white. And then down there, colored orange this time, and it ends up in here, which is exactly what I want. Now, I've still got some critical decisions to make about what's going to go where, but I think I've got the very beginnings of a usable auto-sorting system. And with that, this is a good place to end the episode. See you next time, everybody. Please rate, comment, and/or subscribe.